Open our heart, O Lord, to accept the words of your Son. Alleluia. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, I say this to you who are listening, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who treat you badly. To the man who slaps you on one cheek, present the other cheek too. To the man who takes your cloak from you, do not refuse your tunic. Give to everyone who asks you, and do not ask for your property back from the man who robs you. Treat others as you would like them to treat you. If you love those who love you, what thanks can you expect? Even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what thanks can you expect? For even sinners do that much. And if you lend to those from whom you hope to receive, what thanks can you expect? Even sinners lend to sinners to get back the same amount. Instead, love your enemies and do good and lend without any hope of return. You will have a great reward, and you will be sons of the Most High. For who himself is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. Be compassionate, as your Father is compassionate. Do not judge, and you will not be judged yourselves. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned yourselves. Grant pardon, and you will be pardoned. Give, and there will be gifts for you. A full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap, because the amount you measure out is the amount you will be given back. The Gospel of the Lord. Reading this Gospel makes me a little bit sad, in the sense that I feel very, very far away from this teaching. Very far away. If you live in this world, how can you love your enemies? How can you do good to those who hate you? Why does God call me blessed? You will call blessed those who curse you. Pray for those who treat you badly. Am I strong enough to live this, what Jesus is telling us? Am I strong enough to live this way of a Christian life? That you forgive, that you smile to others, even those who hate you? Isn't this too hard for any person to live it practically in this day and age today? It is. And that's why the Christian life is not easy to live it according to God's plan and according to how Jesus Christ lived it, and because He is our model. And we need to follow Him as much as possible. But that's why the main message today is God is love and compassionate. Because even though we do not reach the level of perfection that is expected from us, from the Word of God today, God is loving me and God is compassionate on me. Even though I don't reach even a little bit of this, what He is asking me to do. Because God reads our hearts. God reads our good intentions. God reads and knows how much we believe. Even at this little example of today, with all this bad weather, so much against the way the climate is in Malta. And yet you came because your good intention is that you become better persons and that you miss God. You miss your connection. You miss your dialogue with God. And so for God, this is enough. Enough and yet not enough. As we go out, we need to continue striving, fighting, trying our best to be better persons. We will never reach the perfection that is expected from us in this Gospel of Luke. We will never reach it on this earth. But the good intention, the wishing, the what you would like to be is what God is looking for. Nothing else, no more than that. But it is important that we are consistent, that when we fall, as we often do, we get up immediately, as we often do in sports. You lose a match, 3-0, 4-0 or something, you get back and try to be better next match. This is the Christian life. We fall very often, but we need to stand up and try again and strive again and fight. It is not easy, it's hard, it's very difficult, but we keep fighting to be better persons. And that is what God does want from us. The only commandment that God will ask questions about is this. The golden rule, we call it. Do to others what you would like others to do to you. If we abide by that all our life, we are going through the path of Jesus Christ. Let's read the reflection, this prayer that we have on the screen. There are those who give, but only on condition that they receive something in return, and receive it immediately. There are those who give on condition that they receive something in return later, and with a handsome profit. And there are those who give without expecting anything in return, now or ever. They scatter the seeds of the heart without looking for any harvest. These are the generous of God, who bestows His love on good people and bad, and grants mercy to saints and sinners. Will you please stand up?